Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's on the front of that.
The Doolittle Activity Center.
It's the name of this. There it is.
Oh, the Cannery Casino.
Canary Casino Hotel.
And greetings, everybody, and welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. It's time for Hutchinson Community College women's basketball on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. This afternoon, or this evening, Hutchinson time, it is the number 8 ranked Blue Dragon women at 10-1, taking on the 7-4 USU Eastern Utah Eagles out of Utah. Steve Carpenter filling in for Glenn Grunwald. What team are we, Josh?
We're the B team.
We're the B team filling in. All the students are off on break, so Glenn's taking a break, and Josh Gooch is running the camera, and I am doing the play-by-play today. Thanks for joining us. Blue Dragons arrived in Las Vegas yesterday afternoon, had a practice last night at the College of Southern Nevada, and now they get set to take on USU Eastern in the College of Southern Nevada Cannery Casino Hotel Women's Basketball Tournament, also known as the CSN Holiday Classic. Again, the Blue Dragons have not played since that 61-56 victory over Barton to close out the first semester of the pre-conference. And they come in at 10-1, ranked 8th in the nation. USU Eastern coming in with a record of 7-4. They've only played one game over the last 6 weeks. They're 3-3 coming in. Their last win, or the last game, was December 16th, a 66-64 victory over the Salt Lake Stars. And that was the only game they've had in December. They had 2 others canceled out. So Hutchinson coming into this one. Both teams going to have to knock off a little bit of rust. These 2 teams played 2 years ago out here at the CSN Holiday Classic. The Blue Dragons won 90-67 despite turning the ball over 31 times. That was an up-and-down game, and we expect the same type of up-and-down game today. And, all right. Let's bring in Josh Gooch real quick. He's also up top. He's got the headset on. Welcome, Josh.
Welcome, Blue Dragon fans, to an exciting day for Blue Dragon women's basketball here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. We're looking forward to a great contest. Please do not judge the filming quality. I'm going to do my best. Thank you so much for tuning in. We do have some unbelievable Blue Dragon fans that made the trip, and they are sitting right there in section SU Jaguars.
Including the couple that won the trip courtesy of Midwest Superstore and Ken Hyman. Tell us a little bit about that couple.
No question. Bill and Anita Barnhart, they've been a lot of fun to get to know through that contest, through the opportunity to sign up. Many people signed up for that event, and Ken Hyman, Midwest Superstore, they were so gracious to us to offer that opportunity. They flew in last night, a little flight delay, but they got in, and today drove over to the ball game with me and Celeste Onchus and my wife Candy. We drove over, and now we're set up for this part of my career.
You never thought you'd be right at the camera when you took the job, did you?
No, I sure didn't, but I'm certainly willing to, and we're looking forward to a great game and bringing this game to a lot of people that couldn't make the trip, but we know that they have a vested interest in Blue Dragon sports, Blue Dragon women's basketball. I know there's parents back home, there's family members, and just Blue Dragon fans in general.
Well, John Onchus has switched up his starting lineup, and we're going to tell you about that starting lineup when we take this 1-minute break. You're listening to Blue Dragon Basketball on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. Welcome back to the Doolittle Event Center in Las Vegas. Steve Carpenter, Josh Gooch with you. Blue Dragons taking the floor ahead of their CSN Holiday Classic game against the Utah State University / Eastern, formerly known as College of Eastern Utah. That's what they were 2 years ago, but the Utah State University system took them in under their fold, so they are known as now USU Eastern, and we'll try to refer to them as Eastern or Eagles as the game goes on. Let's get to the starting lineups for this one. First for USU Eastern, coached by second-year coach Chelsea Warburton. Eastern averaging 70 points per game offensively, giving it 59.2 points defensively. Maylee Richardson, a 6'2" sophomore center from American Fork, Utah, is one starter. She's averaging 10 points and 5 rebounds per game. Guard Brindy Ballum is a 5'5" sophomore from Chantilly, Virginia. Ballum at 7.2 points per game, one of their top 3-point shooters on the team. Madison Loftus is the shooting guard, a 5'8" freshman from South Jordan, Utah. Loftus, the team's leading scorer at 13 points per game, also a team-high 26 three-pointers, and she averages right at 4 rebounds per game. Bianca Casamort Villa is a 5'9" a 5'9" freshman from Girona, Spain. She's averaging 2.7 points, 2.5 rebounds. And Caitlin Toyamato, she's out of Taylorsville, Utah, same hometown as Blue Dragon volleyball all-conference player Hinale Fihaki. Caitlin, a 5'9" freshman guard, she's averaging 4.2 points per game. Again, Eastern Utah averaging 70 points per game offensively, 59.2 points defensively, shooting 42.3% from the field, 39% from the field, 27% from three-point range. Now for the Blue Dragons, we'd alluded to a change in the starting lineup. Lakin Preisner is one of the usual starters, the 5'9" sophomore guard from Americas, Kansas. Lakin averaging 7.8 points per game. She has 11 three-pointers for the year. Brenna McClure, the redshirt freshman out of Lyons, gets her first start. Brenna averaging 8.4 points per game. Alicia Brown, a 5'8" freshman from Leavenworth, gets the start. She's right at 9 points, 4.5 rebounds, also a threat from three-point range. Taylor Staley, the 5'8" sophomore guard from Newton, averaging 11.6 points per game. That's third on the team, a team-high 30 three-pointers. And Bridie Kennedy Hupawate, 6'4" sophomore from Queensland, Australia, getting her second start of the year. She is averaging 12.3 points, 5 rebounds per game. She's been averaging right at 16 points a clip over her last 4 games. The Blue Dragons under ninth-year coach John Auchus, averaging 80 points per game offensively, allowing the league best, the Jayhawk league best, 50.7, shooting 45% from the field, 39% from three-point range. And that number, excuse me, Josh, has dipped a little bit. Dragons got off to a really good start from three-point range, but it's tailed off a little bit, as you might expect with the legs. But what do you expect in this one?
I think, they're going to have a little rust to knock off, like you mentioned earlier. I think it'd be nice to see them get off to a quick start, though, with a lot of hustle and energy, and then let the basketball, kind of take over.
Again, Hutchinson not playing since the December 10th game at Great Bend. Blue Dragons have won 8 in a row since that conference opening loss, overtime to Seward County in Liberal. When the Blue Dragons return, it will be on January 4th, next Wednesday. And both those games, Josh, rather significant games against the Cali Tigers coming in, 5:30, 7:30 starts. So at least for the girls, this is a great way to get that rust knocked off in getting to the conference the second half of the conference portion of the schedule.
There's no question, Steve. It's going to be an exciting way to get the ball game. Ball games kicked off for the second semester. Jayhawk conference play, super competitive, great environment. We need everybody to come fill up the sports arena. Men and women's games will be very vital as far as the league play goes.
Of course, the guys sitting at 13-0, number 2 in the country, but they will be off until that time. So we look forward to seeing the Blue Dragon men back on the court. But right now we are going to concentrate on the Blue Dragon women. talking with some of the Southern Nevada people, they were asking me about how our season's gone. I said, still a work in progress. But they didn't realize that this team had been to the national championship game in 3 out of the last 5 years. So Hutchinson, one of the elite teams in the nation. I believe the highest ranked team in this field. There are 8 teams here. Snow College defeated Central Arizona in the game previous, a very close game. I believe it was 75-69. So Hutchinson with their work cut out for them tomorrow against a very scrappy Snow team. But right now, John Ott just wants to focus one thing, and that's on the USU Eastern Eagles.
Carp, I'm going to do my best to keep this game focused in on the camera. You let me know down there on the live stream if it's a little shaky.
Will do. Bridie Kennedy Hopewate jumping up against Miley Richardson. And we're set to go from Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. Blue Dragons control the tip. Lakin Preisner will hand it off to Brenda McClure, making her first start. McClure works to the right side. Still with the dribble. Now goes high post to Kennedy Hopewate. Head fake. She drives, gets her shot blocked, and here comes Eastern. Up the floor is Ballum. She'll slow it up and set up the half court. Ballum will now hand it off to Villa. Right side over to Tomoto. Top side now to Ballum. Ballum, if they work around, there's a shot from 3 off the front iron, no good. Battle for the rebound, goes in the hands of Taylor Staley, and back come the Dragons. Inside to Kennedy Hopewate, head fake, one dribble, turns around, and she traveled. Bridie gets her shot blocked and then travels. First turnover on the Blue Dragons, still looking for the game's first points. Dragons opening up in their usual man-to-man defense. Out high with it is Richardson, being guarded by Kennedy Hopewate. One dribble, she picks it up, now goes off to the wing, and Toyomoto working against Preisner. Now they work it back out top with 10 to shoot. Bounce past the left side. That's Loftus. It goes inside to Richardson. Shot blocked by Kennedy Hopewate, and each team now has a block. Dragons push it up the floor. Brown to Preisner. Lakin to the hoop. High off the glass. Can't get 12. Offensive rebound. Kennedy Hopewate, and she's fouled on the way up. So Bridie's going to get a pair. Foul will go against Madison Loftus, her first.
Carp, that's a little bit of the rush showing, the offensive part of the game. The execution wasn't there early on, and it's good to get Bridie to the line.
First free throw by Bridie is good. A 68% free throw shooter, averaging 12.3 points per game. Second on the team. Dragons on the board. Second one on the way. Good, and it's 2-0 Blue Dragons. So back to work are the Eagles. Richardson out top, hands it off to Loftus on the wing. She dribbles off a ball screen, high post. Toyomoto working against Preisner, dribbles into the wing, now picks it up. There's a back cut to Richardson, layup off the glass, doesn't go. Dragons catch a break. Bridie gets the rebound, and now McClure pushes. She pushes into the lane, dumps it off to Brown. Brown against a double team, spins it back out, and now gives it off to McClure, and the Dragons reset in the half court. Preisner out between the circles. Left side now to Alicia Brown, looking for a cutter. Now inside to Bridie. She loses a tough pass, and the Dragons turn it over for the second time. That time a tough pass for Bridie to handle. Loftus, bounce pass underneath to Richardson. Up with the left hand, no good off the glass. Now the Dragons run. Here's Alicia Brown, all the way to with the left hand, too strong. Battle for the rebound, won by Eastern. So the Dragons rushing a little bit. Haven't gotten some bunnies to go. Dragons lead 2-0, 2.5 minutes in.
That one's one you'd like to see her give up there coming down the fast break.
Here's Richardson. Baseline jumper, no good. Battles for the rebound, won by Eastern. And a travel call. So I think Brenda McClure thought she may have committed a foul, but a travel call on Caitlin Toyomoto. And now for the first time, we will see Kyla Williams, the sophomore from New Orleans, coming in at the 7:18 mark. Just 2 Bridie Kennedy Hopewate free throws here in the early going. Dragons working against the zone defense at 2-3, matchup 2-3. Out top with it is Williams. Now right wing Taylor Staley. Into the high post, Hopewadi. Head fake drive with the left hand. May have gotten her shot block. Gets her own rebound and she hits the putback. It's 4-0 Hutchinson. Bridie with all 4 points, 2 from the line, 2 on the putback, and the Dragons have a 4-point lead. Here's a drive up and under, moving a foul called on Bridie Kennedy Hopewadi as Maylee Richardson drives the baseline. Oh, they call the foul on Brendan McClure.
Bridie gave the look like she didn't think the foul was on her, and that is evidently true.
Miley Richardson is 74% free throw shooter, looking for the first Eastern points of the game. First one on the way, and it rattles in. 4-1 Blue Dragons.
You know, Carpin, up and down the floor game, but just not a lot of things going in the bucket. So,
evidence of the rust. They may have to come get the brooms and sweep the court off at the media time and get the rust off the floor.
Like a track meet with no finish line. Here we go.
Second free throw by Richardson off the back iron, no good. And Kyla Williams clears the board. Dragons by 3 with the ball. Now, bounce pass inside to Kennedy Hopewadi. She gets double teamed, kicked back out, and a foul called. They're going to whistle Brindy Ballum. It will be Eastern's second foul, her first. Checking into the ball game for Eastern is Sarah Morley. She's right at 4 points per game. Dragons get a new shot clock. Now we're having a discussion on the stack. Brendan McClure set to inbound baseline left side of the basket. Gets it underneath, shot on the way. Good by Taylor Staley, and the Dragons lead it 6-2 or 6-1. Now here's Ballum with the dribble across the floor over to Toyamato. She drives, loses control, now crash the floor, and they call a foul on Caitlin Toyamato, who lost control and then barreled into Lakin Preisner.
She lost her shoe, Carp. It's a little timeout here while she fixes her gear. Barreled into her. Looked like a middle linebacker chasing after a fumble.
6:18 to go in this opening quarter from Las Vegas. Dragons were out here 2 years ago and won a pair. Won over this same USU Eastern team. Then at that time known as College of Eastern Utah. Now whistle away from the ball, and it's a player control foul against Bridie Kennedy Hopewadi. That'll be the Dragons' third turnover, second team foul. It's the first on Bridie. 23, Kyla Williams. Thank you. .608 to play opening quarter. Thanks for joining us. Steve Carpenter, Josh Gooch with you here on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. Ballum drives to the right wing, picks up a dribble against the double team, now back out top. Worked over to Toyimoto, off a ball screen. Now she pulls up from 3 and nails it. That cuts the Dragon lead to 6-4. Brendan McClure spins now, goes all the way to the hoop, high off the glass, no good. Couldn't finish it. Here come the Eagles. Ballum pushes ahead over to the right side, handoff to Toyimoto. Now Eastern goes into the half court against the Dragon man-to-man. Be wholesale substitutions for the Dragons at the next whistle. Handoff to Malum, now out top. Bounce pass underneath to Toyimoto. She goes to the left hand, spins right, spins again left, and then travels. Third turnover on the Eagles. Inya Butina and Alicia Brown check in. Inya, the sophomore from Zagreb, Croatia. 5.5 points, 6 assists per game. That's 6 assists are number 3 in the Jayhawk currently. Butina works it to the right side, hands it up to Taylor Staley, now left side high, all the way over to Lakin Preisner. Out top to Butina. Into the high post, Brown. She goes off a screen all the way to the hoop, and she can't get the shot to go, but she's going to get a pair of free throws.
Nice set play there. Alicia went to the hoop, Got fouled, get her to the line.
Bianca Casamort Villa with the foul, her first. Alicia Brown. One part of the game that she's worked on is free throw shooting. Right now, just a 35% free thrower. The Dragons as a team hitting 69. First free throw, no good. Maylee Richardson checks in for Eastern. 6-4 Hutchinson, 4:56 to go in the opening quarter. Second free throw on the money. She gets 1 out of 2, and it's 7-4 Hutch. Dragons by 3. Richardson picks up the dribble. Dragons pressure out front. Now into the high post, and Morley. Kicked out front to Loftus. Loftus with the dribble. Gets it over to Ballum. She drives, splits 2, gets the ball stripped, and gets the ball back. 9 to shoot. Now she turns it over. Butina pushing up the floor. 1-on-2. She'll slow it up. All the way to the. Now Preisner takes it to the window and gets fouled by Maylee Richardson. So the Dragons being aggressive to the hoop so far, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's nice to see him kind of getting the ball, pressing the issue, trying to get the the foul or the shot to go in. It'd be nice to see Lakin knock down a couple here.
Preisner, still the high school record holder for consecutive free throws. Her first free throw is good, and it's 8-4. She made 132 consecutive free throws in high school, and that is still a national record. Second free throw, good. 9-4. Preisner with 2. USU Eastern goes to work against the Dragon defense. Way out top is Richardson. Now kicking out is Loftus. Looked at his shot, but good closeout by Eden Butna. Now throw inside and intercepted by Kyla Williams. That's now 5 turnovers for Eastern. Brown with the ball. Hands it off. Preisner for 3. That shot way short. Williams gets the offensive rebound and kicks it back out. Wide open look at a 17-footer for Alicia Brown. Can't get it to go. And now clearing the board for Eastern is Madison Loftus. Loftus all the way into the paint. Spins left-handed. Goes up and under move, and she's fouled by Lakin Preisner and will shoot 2. Dragons commit their 3rd team foul. Lakin's first. Loftus, an 82% free throw shooter, the team's leading scorer at 13 points per game. First free throw falls off, no good. Brenna McClure back in for Lakin Preisner. And Ayanna Ford in for Eastern. Loftus missed the first, gets another one here. 3:46 to go in the opening quarter, 9-4 Hutch. Second free throw good, it's now 9-5. Loftus with her first point. Butina now right wing to McClure. McClure looks for a cutters. Now a pass too strong. Chased down on the other side by Taylor Staley. Good hustle there. Now Butina drives, spins, kicks right side to Brown. Brown couldn't get any clearance and gets it back out to McClure as the Dragons have 7 to shoot. McClure drives, kicks it back to Williams for a 15-footer. Shot too strong. Miley Richardson the rebound for Eastern. Eastern slows up. Only one free throw, a three-pointer in the game for Eastern. There's a shot up inside, no good. Going high for the rebound to Alicia Brown. Good board there. Now kicked ahead to McClure. Dragons don't have numbers. Bounce pass underneath to Williams. Turn around, hook shot, no good. Alicia Brown, the offensive rebound. She pulls it back out, but steps on the end line for the Dragons' 4th turnover.
Just a little bit disoriented right now, Carp. I think when we get down to the offensive end, seems like we're a little bit slow of foot. I know they'll have a chance to regroup at the quarter break.
Yeah, it was kind of the same at shoot-around last night. The outside shots just weren't falling. After a 2.5-hour plane ride and all the hustle and bustle that comes along with it, sometimes it takes a bit to get your legs back underneath you. Now, Eastern with the ball, down by 4. Out front with it is Lauren O'Connell. She dribbles to the right wing, working against Taylor Staley. Now gets a ball screen. hesitates, drives, now dumped underneath, turnaround jumper, high off the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's kept alive by Toyomoto, and now a shot clock violation. The ball never touched the rim. So it'll go as Eastern's sixth turnover of the game. Referees conferring just to make sure that the ball didn't touch the rim. It didn't, and it's Blue Dragon basketball. Good defense by the Dragons in that entire possession.
You bet. Whenever the offense isn't clicking, it's always good to tighten the screws on the defense, and that's what the Blue Dragon ladies did.
9-5 Hutch, 2:15 to go, opening quarter. Here's McClure, right wing, looking to go inside. Now whistle away from the ball. And we'll see what we have. Ayanna Ford called for the foul. And that will be free throws for the Blue Dragons as Eastern has reached the 5-foul limit. Enya Butna will be the free throw shooter. Butna shooting 85% from the line, knocks down the first. Dragons lead by 5 at 10-5. One more for Butna. On the way, and good. She knocks them both down. And there should have been a sub. Now they recognize Bridie Kennedy Hope-Awate. She'll replace Kyla Williams. Dragons with an 11-5 lead. 2:09 to go here in the opening quarter. First of two from Las Vegas will begin here tomorrow. Same time, 5 p.m. Hutchins time against Snow College. There's a drive and a whistle. Good drive by O'Connell. But they are going to catch Brenda McClure for a hold. That'll be her second. And the fourth on the Blue Dragons. And they're also calling it a shooting foul. So Lauren O'Connell to shoot. She's a 46% free throw shooter. First free throw rims off, no good. Eastern 3 out of 5 from the line in the early going. Lakin Preisner is going to come back in for Brenda McClure. This gym will be in the summer a shoot-around gym for the NBA Summer League. Second free throw, no good. And Bridie clears the rebound for the Blue Dragons with authority. Now the Dragons look to extend a 6-point lead. Butna being guarded closely. Off to Brown. She hands it off to Preisner as the Dragons work to weave. Right wing is Butna. Goes off a ball screen. A whistle on the foul on the screen. Bridie Kennedy Hope-Awate was basically ran through. And the foul will be against Kaylin Toyomoto. Excuse me, her second foul. And Bridie gets a pair of free throws. Jordan Scoggins will come in to replace Toyomoto. Up there, actually having Taylor Staley shoot the free throws. That's a good trade-off for the Blue Dragons.
There you go, no doubt.
Taylor's first is good. She's in the books. Now she has 3, excuse me, and is now 12-5. Dragons with only 2 free field goals in the opening quarter. They're 8 of 9 from the stripe. And now a lane violation will wipe that one out and be the 5th Blue Dragon turnover. So lead at 12-5 with 1:44 to go in the opening period. Madison Loftus running the point now for the Eagles. Goes between the circles to Scoggins. Now Ballum has it. Ball loose. Chased down by Loftus deep in the backcourt. 15 to shoot for Eastern. Into the high post. Looking for a back cut is Coleman. Dragons pressuring hard on ball. Long three-pointer is off the front iron. No good. Lakin Preisner clears the board for Hutchinson. 1:15 to play in the opening quarter. 12-5 Hutch. Preisner pulls up. Dumps it underneath the Hope-Awate. She goes up and draws the foul. Nice up and under move to get a foul on Sarah Morley.
Outstanding defense against Steve Carpenter down here on this end. Allowed the offense to get going. The Blue Dragons sure are playing tough on the defensive end. We got to get it going on the offensive side.
First free throw by Bridie is good. She has 5, and it's 13-5 Blue Dragons. 1:07 to play here in the opening quarter. Second free throw by Kennedy Hopewade spins out, no good. So she's 3 for 4 from the stripe. Now the Dragons with an 8-point lead. Eastern with the ball. Loftus drives off a ball screen, drives, and now a reach-in foul called on Inya Butina. And Eastern will be going to the line. That'll be Inya's first foul. 15th foul of the quarter. And Madison Loftus ordinarily is not a player you want to put on the stripe, an 82% free throw shooter. First free throw spins off. She's 1 out of 3. Put the
hex on her.
Put the hex on her.
I love it. I love it. We got to do it. Hey, we got to do what we got to do. We're all Blue Dragons deep down in.
Loftus with the second one, good. She has 2, and it's 13-6 Hutchinson. 55 seconds to go, opening quarter. Butina drives the ball up the floor against pressure. Now hands it off to Taylor Staley. Now Lakin Preisner between the circles, left side to Brown. Brown waits for the cutters. Now goes high post to Kennedy Hopewade. She drives, kicks it out. Wide open look at a 3 by Inya Butina. Spins off, no good. And the battle for the rebound goes to the Eagles.
Got a contact out here. Alicia's got a contact out. It looks like had a little contact, referee timeout.
Good recognition by Kennedy Hopewade to find the wide open Inya Butina. The shot was halfway down and spun out. So
I think right now, we just need a few of those to go in and we can get on a roll. Was a great pass. The offense was spread out. Had just what they wanted and it didn't turn out right.
35 seconds left, about a 7-second separation between shot and game clock. There's Loftus working against Butina. Now off a ball screen left. Kicks it left side to O'Connell. O'Connell working against Preisner off a ball screen. Looks a step back. Now goes right side over to Scoggins. Scoggins drives off a ball screen. Pulls up from 17. Shot short. Offensive rebound Morley. She pitches it out. Here's O'Connell for a shot. No good. Bridie Kennedy Hopewade with the board. 9 seconds the Dragons run. Now 7, now 6. Inya into the lane. Pulls up. Can't get the shot to go, and a foul called on the rebound.
Yeah, over the back on number 22. It's plain as day. Oh, they called it a push.
Ashlyn Coleman picks up her first, and Alicia Brown to go to the line. 1 out of 2 from the stripe so far. 2.1 seconds to go. Dragons with a 13-6 lead here in the opening period from Las Vegas. First free throw, no good. Only 2 field goals for Hutchinson, only 1 field goal for USU Eastern in this opening quarter. All the offense has come from the line. Free throw, the second one, good. Now Shayla DeGarmo, the sophomore from Hutchinson, in to replace Taylor Staley. 2.1 seconds to go. Dragons set up full court pressure. There's a long heave down the floor that's way off the mark, and we've come to the end of 1 here in Las Vegas. Hutchinson 14, USU Eastern 6. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to Blue Dragon Basketball on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. Steve Carpenter, Josh Gooch back with you from the Doolittle Community Center in Las Vegas. 14-6 Hutchinson leading USU Eastern after 1 quarter. All the offense pretty much came from the free throw line. Bridie Kennedy Hopewade 5 points. Taylor Staley 3 to lead Hutchinson. 3 points for Caleb Toyamano to lead USU Eastern. Eastern gets the first possession of the second quarter. Now top with it's O'Connell. She has a dribble between the circles, works right side against DeGarmo. Now back cut, pull-up jumper off the back iron, no good. Bridie Kennedy, Hopewadi, her fourth rebound of the game. Butana kicks the head to DeGarmo. She pulls up from 16 and swishes it. Shayla with her first two, and the Dragons lead by 10, 16-6. Now the Dragons go to work defensively. DeGarmo all over O'Connell. Ball worked around to the right side and Villa. Now a high pass deflected, and it's off Eastern. That will get a call that will be turned around, I believe. Nope, they did reverse the call. It'll stay with Eastern. Good effort by Preisner, nearly getting the turnover. O'Connell to inbounds, baseline left side, 14 to shoot. Now the ball lost out of bounds, and it's going to go as a turnover. Or they call a foul. They did get an offensive foul, and it'll be against Madison Loftus, Eastern's leading scorer. That's her second foul. Called the illegal screen. 16-6 Blue Dragons. On the floor right now for Hutchinson, Enya Butna, Alicia Brown, Bridie Kennedy, Hopewate, Lakin Preisner, and Shayla DeGarmo. DeGarmo with the left wing. She tries a three-pointer. Good! Shayla with the spark off the bench. She has 5, and the Dragons lead at 19-6. Now a three-pointer on the way. That's off the mark. Blake and Preisner, the rebound. Dragons look to run. DeGarmo slows it up into the high post. Hopewate, she tries a 15-footer. Got it!
That's what we needed, Steve Carpenter, to get the ball in the hoop, get the excitement going. The Blue Dragons are on a roll.
Dragons start the second quarter on a 7-0 run. Eastern takes the 30. We're back in 30 seconds. How about that Shayla DeGarmo, Josh Goose? Good spark off the bench.
No question, Steve. Come in, with fresh legs, and Shayla's a veteran. She can shoot it, and had some wide open looks and put them in the hole. So that gives the Blue Dragons a spark that they needed.
21-6, 8:25 to go in the second quarter. Dragons on a 7-0 run to start the second quarter. DeGarmo working closely against O'Connell. Now she drives, dumps it underneath to Richardson, turnaround jumper, and she travels. That is 7 turnovers now for the Eagles. And what you like there, Josh, is good low post discipline and defense by Bridie Kennedy Hopewate.
That's right. No fouls, just, forcing them to dribble it, and when they do, they've been traveling.
Now Hopewate in the high post, looks for cutters, turns around, drives with the right hand, spins, now kicks it out to Brown. Brown wants to go back inside, and a whistle away from the ball. And I think they're going to get Bridie on a push-off. Yep, and that's her first. That'll be 6 turnovers now for Hutchinson. They are having some printer issues with the stats, so we'll try to get you some stats at halftime.
I saw the athletic director that's running the event, and he walked in with a printer cartridge, so I'm hoping just shortly here you'll have some stats. If nothing else, we have you, Carp. You're the best stat guy in America.
Believe me, it's not anything. What they're going through, I feel for them because I have gone through that 100 times myself.
Whose job was it to check the printer cartridge?
They reset the shot clock to 27. Eastern keeps the ball. Now working the high weave is Eastern. Out front with it is Scoggins, and a whistle and a foul away from the ball. I think the Dragons getting a little over-aggressive, and that's Enya Butna picking up her second. Second team foul of the quarter for Hutchinson. Brenda McClure and Kyla Williams check back in for Butna and Bridie Kennedy Hopewate. Eastern now going on 6 minutes without a field goal. There's a drive by O'Connell. She hands it off to Scoggins left wing. Now she drives, nearly gets it stripped. Fighting for the ball is Preisner. Also, Shayla DeGarmo steps in, and it's Blue Dragon ball on the tied possession. 8 turnovers now on Eastern. Dragons getting it done defensively. Brandon McClure running the point now. Sorry, Josh.
No, it's just kick-starting their offense, Carp, just like we've seen the whole game long. So we're hoping that it continues.
Left wing is Alicia Brown looking to go inside to Kyla Williams, and she's going to get a foul getting bumped from behind by Sarah Morley, who commits her second foul. 2 team fouls apiece in the period. Kayla Toyamano coming in for College of Eastern Utah coach Chelsea Warburton in her second year. 7:14 to play in the period. 21-6 Blue Dragons. Inbounded to Preisner, now out top to Brown. 1 dribble, 2 dribbles, hands it off to Preisner, now left side. Here's Williams trying a 3, that shot is short. Toyamano clears the rebound for Eastern and pushes it up the floor. Now out between the circles is Ballum. They set up a play. She goes left hand, or the left wing. Dumped underneath, high pass, and it's over the hand of Lauren O'Connell, and that is turnover number 9 on Eastern as they go now nearly 7 minutes without a field goal. Not uncommon for this Dragon defense to shut teams down in this type of fashion. They're one of the best teams in the nation defensively at just over 50 points per game. Sitting in a 2-3 zone is Eastern. There's McClure trying a 3, misses everything and out of bounds. That's the one thing last night, Josh. They were running the shooting drills, and the legs just weren't quite back. I don't know if it had to do with the flight, just getting back from the break, but the legs just aren't quite back where they normally are, where they were shooting before.
You bet. It was a fast and furious day yesterday, and look forward to them getting a good night's rest tonight and back at it tomorrow.
And a travel, unforced error by Sarah Morley. That's 10 turnovers. Bridie Kennedy Hopewade will check back in for Alicia Brown. Right now the Dragons going, Teth, thank you. On the floor right now for Hutchinson, Brenda McClure, Kyla Williams, Bridie Kennedy Hopewate, Lakin Preisner, and Shayla DeGarmo. DeGarmo out top with it. Fakes, or shot fakes, now goes over right side to McClure. Dumped inside. I'm being screened out right now. Over into the corner. Here's a 3-pointer on the way by Preisner, no good. Offensive rebound up and good by Bridie Kennedy Hopewate. She has 9, and it's 23-6 Hutchinson. DeGarmo cuts off a drive. Now Tiamano with the ball out front, working against Preisner. Whistle away from the ball. And they get Bridie with her second foul. Now Kayla Barber's going to check in, as well as Miley Richardson for Eastern. New shot clock for Eastern. 5:40 to go in the period. Here's Tiamoto. Drives to the lane. Gets a shot blocked from behind by Preisner. And the Dragons come up with the loose ball. Great defense by Preisner. Now here's McClure into the lane. Wraparound pass underneath. Up and good by Kayla Barber. And the Dragons open up a 25-6 lead. First bucket of the game for Barber. There's a dump inside to Richardson. Spin move. Shot no good. And the rebound is a whistle. I think they're going to get Kayla Barber on the rebound, and they do. Her first, the 4th team foul for the Dragons, so Eastern shooting the rest of the way with 5:11 to go here in the second quarter. Into the corner, there's a drive. Now, ball nearly stolen away. Richardson resets the offense, hands it off to Ballum, and now a whistle away from the ball, and a travel call. That's 11 turnovers now for Eastern,
You know, that defense has just been suffocating, Carp. You know, we've subbed some players in and out with foul trouble. You know, even Barber right there made nice bucket, made an impact as soon as you checked in.
Now, the first thing John Ancha said about this season, it's nice to have some depth back, and that's exactly what's showing up right now. Dragons with the ball, leading by 19, 25-6. McClure out top with the dribble. Gets a ball screen from Kyla Williams. Still keeps dribbling, hands it off to Preisner. Preisner to Barber. Swish from 17. The bench coming up big for Hutchinson. 27-6 now, and now a whistle. I wasn't sure what the whistle's about.
The referees are knocking a little bit of dust off too, Carp. Lot of this holiday season, they all
they called it a 3.
Called it a 3. Just a little bit of a break for everybody. Referees, officials, and players. They're working through their mechanics too.
28-6. Now that is the first 3-pointer of the season for one Kayla Barber. So it's 28-6. Wild shot, no good. Shayla DeGarmo the rebound. The Dragons run. DeGarmo bounce pass left side to Preisner. She pulls up from 17. Got it. 4 points for Lakin, and it's 29-6. Timeout Eastern. 30-6. 4:15 to go. 30-second timeout Eastern. We'll be right back. Thanks to the tournament stat crew, we have found out that the last USU field goal came at the 5:55 mark. In fact, the only field goal of the game came at the 5:50 mark of the first half. So that's 5:55, 10. It's well over 10 minutes without a field goal for Eastern Utah.
You bet. The coaching staff's got to be proud of the effort put in on the defensive end, and it's really parlayed into some nice offense.
30-6 Hutchinson. They have outscored Eastern 16-0 here in the second quarter alone. Loftus out with it, working against Preisner. Now drives off a ball screen. Loftus running shot in the lane, up and good at the 3:56 mark. So that breaks a long streak. Now pressure being put on by the Eagles. Dragons break it. Barber into the corner to Preisner. She pulls it back out, and the Dragons set up in the half court. Right wing is DeGarmo. Back out top to McClure. McClure steps in, pulls up from 17. Off the front iron, no good. A rare miss for Hutchinson here in the second quarter. Loftus pulls for Eastern, goes to the left hand, loses control of it into the hands of DeGarmo. That's now 12 turnovers. Up ahead is Brenda McClure. She's hit. It goes in. It's fouled and it counts. What a play by Brenda McClure and a great feed from DeGarmo.
Team speed showing out right now, Carp. What a great all-around basketball play that was.
And Brenda knew she was going to get clobbered. She took it anyway and scored. I didn't catch who the foul was on. That's McClure's first points of the game. Kennedy Hopoate leads with 9. First, the free throw, no good. Eastern comes with a 32-8 Hutchinson here in the second quarter, 3:19 to play. Brianna Bradshaw set to check in. So near steal by Shayla McClure. Tie possession. It'll stay with Eastern. But what quick hands by Shayla. What can you say? You wrote out a superlative. Shayla is one that provided the spark off the bench, Josh.
No question. She came in from the very get-go. She made a couple of buckets, playing some hard defense, doing a great job right now and providing the Blue Dragons the spark they needed.
The bench has been great so far in this one. Toyamato works off a ball screen, drives, tries to split between two, takes it to the hoop, can't get the shot to fall. Brianna Bradshaw to Dodge City clears the board, and now the Dragons push. Bradshaw off to DeGarmo, dumped underneath to Williams. Kyla with the move to the hoop, and she loses it out of bounds. 7 turnovers for Hutchinson to 12 for USU Eastern. 2:49 to play in the half. We'll have a special guest at halftime. The winners of the trip, courtesy of Midwest Superstore. Three-pointer on the way by Loftus, no good. Nobody goes and gets the rebound, and finally a foul called, and they're going to call it on the Dragons.
Wow, everybody was boxed out. The ball was just bouncing there by itself.
They whistled a foul on Shayla DeGarmo. 15 foul. So Ashlyn Coleman, a 70% free throw shooter, gets 2 here at the 2:36 mark. That was about as good a box out as you're going to see. First free throw spins off, no good. Alicia Brown back in for Kayla Barber. Good minutes for Kayla, including her first career three-pointer. Our vantage point, if you can see us, Josh is up on a chair. I'm sitting behind the scorer's table.
I'm sure there's something safety-wise that we're not doing correctly right now, Cart. But, hey, as long as the people back home get to watch the game and families across the country can watch their Blue Dragons play, I'll be willing to do whatever it takes. 2 headsets.
That'll be a lane violation. Both teams jumped in, and they go to the alternating possession arrow. It is Hutchinson basketball, and that'll go down as the 13th turnover of the game on Eastern. Alicia Brown, Shayla DeGarmo, Taylor Staley, Kyla Williams, and Brianna Bradshaw, the 5 on the floor for John Onches. Here's Williams with the drive, spins to the left, puts up, off glass, and scores. Nice individual move by Kyla, and it's 34-8.
Little left-hand kiss off the glass. She needed that maybe to get her confidence going.
Here's a drive and a dump underneath to Richardson. May have traveled. Puts up the left-hander, no good. Battle for the rebound, taken away by Toya Mono. She took it right out of Brianna Bradshaw's hands and then gets fouled on the way up, and Bree picks up the foul.
It could have been a jump ball just as well. Tie up. Seems like they were there for long enough for that to take place.
So Kayla Toyamano, just 3 points in the game. Now make it 4. She gets the free throw. 34-9 to score now. 2:07 to play. Sarah Morley is back in. Looking at fouls, Hutchinson's Inyabutna and Bridie Kennedy Hopewate with 2 each. Madison Loftus, Sarah Morley, and Kaiten Toyamano with 2 each for the Eagles. Toyamano to get 1 more. It's good. Took a sweet time to go in. She's got 5, and the Eagles finally reach double figures with 2:07 to go, 34-10 the score. Eastern went without a field goal for 12 minutes and 41 seconds. Right now, that's the big difference in this ball game. Here's Bradshaw driving to the left wing. And a whistle. Bree stepped on the sideline, just lost where she was on the floor, and commits Hutchinson's 8th turnover.
You know, there's a three-point line for the NBA on the floor. I'm not so sure that didn't confuse her a smidge, thinking she had more room.
Good point. Again, the NBA teams do use this as shoot-around court in the summer. Here's a drive all the way to the hoop, up and in for Loftus. She has 6, and it's 34-12.
We need to tighten the screws a little bit. Don't get sloppy down the stretch here. Finish off this half.
Excuse me. Brown with it, dribbles to the left wing. Now into the high post, and Williams, she squares up, goes with the right hand, fires up, gets it to go. She's fouled. Oh, offensive foul is called.
Oh, that might be one of the calls that I don't think that I agree with.
Oh, nope, they called it. They did call it. The referee pointed like it was an offensive foul. So Kyla with a chance at an and 1.
Well, I would have been okay not to agree with that, Carp.
Me too. She converts the and 1, 37-12 now. I'm off a couple of fouls on Eastern. They're not putting the team or the individual ones up. 1:25 to play, 37-12 Hutchinson.
How about that camera work? I had the scoreboard in there, focused on it, giving people at home just all they need.
We got something to do with the shot clock. That's the second time we've had that issue. Interesting about this tournament, the host school does not have basketball.
No, but I was talking to the athletic director, and they're anticipating starting it up over the next year. and so they're trying to teach their staff how to run it, and it's a great opportunity for our team to come out here and play and get a different venue. And
Madison Loftus couldn't get the runner. Now the Dragons have a 1:05 to play. Preisner out top, up to Taylor Staley. Now right wing is DeGarmo. Pass deflected inside to Lakin Preisner, deflected away. I'll stay with the Dragons with 15 to shoot, 57.9 seconds to play in the half. Bounce pass right to Staley. She gets fouled. She scores and it counts.
Classic John Onch's coach team. Inbounds plays, successful, when ran the way he draws them up.
Chance at another and one. Taylor has 5, make it 6. And it's 40-12 Hutchinson with less than a minute to play in the opening half. O'Connell all the way to the hoop. Little runner off the glass and good. Lauren O'Connell gets her first bucket. Now time is stopped again. Now we go back to work. Here's DeGarmo pushing it up the left side, handing it off to Lakin Preisner. Preisner now out top between the circles and ball worked around to Brown. Brown with the left hand, in the lane, takes it to the hoop. A whistle before she got there. 2 hands on the play. It'll be Ashlyn Coleman with the foul. And Alicia Brown gets 2 free throws with 30.5 seconds left. Brown 2 of 4 from the stripe so far this evening. Only points of the game. Free throw, way short. It's almost like she thought too much on that one, Josh.
Yep, it's a confidence game, and right now she doesn't seem to have it from the line. I think this one's going in, though, Carp, calling it.
Brianna Bradshaw in for Taylor Staley. Dragons have outscored Eastern 26-8 in the second period. Second one, Josh called it. She's 3 for 6, 41-14 the score. About 1 second difference between shot and game clock. There's O'Connell with the ball, looking to drive with the left hand, kicked out to the corner, three-pointer, way strong. And chasing down the rebound is Lakin Preisner, 14 to shoot, shot clock off. Here's a timeout called by John Onches, so we'll keep it right here. 30-second timeout, 11.7 seconds left. 41-14 the score. Taylor Staley's going to check back in to get another shooter. This is the use it or lose it timeout. Also, Bridie Kennedy Hope Awate coming in. The rules that changed last year, you get 5 timeouts, but if you don't use one of your 30s into your second half, you lose it. So that's why they call it the use it or lose it.
Just a great job of our coaching staff communicating with each other. Coach Onches and Coach Kirk, Coach Anderson, and then knowing when to call the timeout after they pressed it past half court.
11.7 seconds left. Hutchinson will play Snow tomorrow. Snow a winner over.
Ryan Hilty, our athletic trainer, is giving me a hard time. See if this camera will stretch around to him. So he's giving me a hard time right now.
Yeah, he doesn't realize that we get the last say over here.
Well, the guy with the camera gets the last say, but how about the job he's done?
He's been awesome.
Coordinator of sports medicine, and he's as good as they get across the country. We're so fortunate to have him.
Here's DeGarmo driving, now kicked it back out. Here's Preisner, a wide open look at a 3, shot 2, strong battle for the rebound, out of bounds to Eastern with 2.2 seconds left. Now Brianna Bradshaw will come back in for Taylor Staley. Also Kayla Barber will come back in for Bridie Kennedy Hope Awate. Dragons will pressure full court to make this 2.2 seconds as hard as possible for the Eagles. And they're not going to get a shot off. We've come to halftime, and a dominant halftime it was for Hutchinson. Leading 14-6 after 1. The Blue Dragons take a 41-14 lead into the locker room at halftime. We'll take a 2-minute break and try to get some stats, and we'll have a halftime guest coming up. You're listening to Blue Dragon Basketball on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. Welcome back to the Doolittle Activity Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. Steve Carpenter with you on the Blue Dragons Sports Network. The number 8 Blue Dragons out to a 41-14 lead over Utah State University Eastern. It was a dominant second quarter where Hutchinson outscored Eastern 27-8. The Blue Dragons shot 68% from the field after going just 2 for 13 in the first half. Defense, some strong defense led to some easy offense, and the Blue Dragons pulled away. Again, Hutchinson held Eastern without a field goal for 12 minutes and 41 seconds. And they only had 4 in the first half. So team-wise, stat-wise, it looks like this. The Blue Dragons overall shooting 44.8%, 13 out of 29, 2 for 8 from three-point range, and 13 of 18 from the foul line. Eastern shooting a frigid 4 of 25. That equates to 60%, 1 of 5 from three-point range, and 5 of 11 from the foul line. Blue Dragons out rebounding Eastern 22-16. Assist 8 for Hutchinson, no assists for Eastern in the first half. The Dragons with 7 turnovers, Eastern with 12. Dragons have blocked 3 shots to 1 by Eastern, and 3 steals for Hutchinson and 1 for Eastern. Individually for the Blue Dragons, they're led by Brady Kennedy Hope Wate, 9 points in getting the start. Very balanced scoring for Hutchinson. 6 points for Taylor Staley, 5 points each for Shayla DeGarmo, Kyla Williams, and Kayla Barber. 4 points for Lincoln Preisner, 3 for Alicia Brown, 2 for Brenda McClure, and 2 for Inya Butana. Eastern right now being led by Madison Loftus with 6 points, Kayla Toyolano with 5, and then Lauren O'Connell with 2, Miley Richardson with 1. Again, Hutchinson holding Eastern to just 4 of 25 from the field in the first half. They led 14-6 after one quarter, 27-8 outscoring them in the second quarter to build it up to a 41-14 lead. The largest lead for Hutchinson was 28 points. So Hutchinson leading 41-14. Points off the bench. Hutchinson with a huge advantage, 17 to Eastern's 2. Shayla DeGarmo and Kayla Barber with big sparks off the bench in the second quarter. Hutchinson in the paint, 14-6. Off turnovers, 17-5. Second chance points, 7-2. And fast break points, just 2-0. So that was a dominant first half. And when we return, we'll have Josh Gooch with a special guest, the winners of the trip to Vegas via the Midwest Superstore giveaway, and we'll have that in 1 minute. You're listening to Blue Dragon Basketball.
Welcome back to the Blue Dragon Sports Network and Blue Dragon Basketball, to the tournament here in Las Vegas, Nevada, hosted by the College of Southern Nevada, the Canary Casino Hotel Women's Basketball Tournament. And we are now so fortunate to have Bill Barnhart, who is him and his wife, Anita, were the proud winners of the trip, sponsored by Ken Hyman at Midwest Superstore. And Bill, what do you think so far the first half? You're kind of giving me a little bit of the rundown. It sounds like you might have coached before.
Oh no, just a bench coach out there, I guess, in the backstretch there. But I'm impressed with the defense. They're really stepped up the game. The whole team off the bench is looking good.
You bet. That was a huge spark. We struggled offensively there for a little bit, so it was nice to get that going.
Oh yeah.
Kind of give us a little bit of your experience so far out here. Your flight and all that type of stuff was taken care of by Ken and Midwest Superstore, and your flight out, and then of course the tickets to the game today and tomorrow.
Well, yes, I want to express gratitude towards Ken Hyman, Midwest Ford, for sponsoring the trip, and HCC for helping out with everything on this too, for lodging, and it's been a good trip so far, and we've got another day of it, and hope to make the best, and hope we get 2 wins coming out of here and make it good for everybody involved. I know there's several parents up here and fans that came right from Hutch, so that all helps. But special thanks Midwest Ford. It's good they step up with a program like this and help the college, because that's very important.
I was in Ken's office when he drew it out, and then he had the opportunity to call you and had you on speakerphone as he made the announcement, and I could hear the excitement in your voice, that I'm sure you're excited to be able to tell Anita you're going to have a Christmas surprise.
Yeah. She, I told her we won the trip, and she said, yeah, and Donald Trump's on the other line, wants to talk to you. So she was shocked. She didn't believe me, but yeah, this is great. Good time of year. Help finish off the holidays.
How long have you been? I told you I was going to ask, how long have you been a Blue Dragon fan? Kind of give us a little bit of that.
With Hutchinson being a basketball town that it is, we've gone way back from watching not only JUCO ball but the tournaments, and just really enjoyed it over the years. I've had some exceptional players come in and out of there, so that's what's fun to watch, and then see where they go from there is always exciting to follow them some.
And you're a local business owner yourself, and always
yes,
are willing to lend a helping hand to Blue Dragon Athletics. I know we've had you as a sponsor before, but kind of tell everybody back home and around the listening area what kind of your business you have.
Well, I operate Barnhart Electric. We do electrical service and construction, and we also deal with Generac generator standby units and service of all makes. But we kind of rely strictly or exceptionally on our service. We try to take care of people in times of emergencies and during the storms and outages, and someone's always on call, but it isn't me today.
That's right. As we drove from the hotel up this way, we can really appreciate Hutchison's traffic, can't we?
Oh, I tell you. Yes, I was going to rent the car, but you did a good job today, so I'll let you drive.
That's the nice thing about this type of trip is opportunity for myself, my wife, to get to know you and your wife a little bit more. And some of those are pretty crucial moments when people are speeding up beside us and just
yes.
The different sights that we get to see and that type of stuff. I will tell you, I heard a little bit of her in the back talking a little bit about, making sure to money manage tonight for the gambling in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what everybody says. Well, your trip's free. You can spend more now. And I said, yeah, it all comes and goes so easy out here. But keeping in perspective, we come out here to follow the club, and we'll have a little fun tonight. So,
I think I'm gonna try to catch a show or so with my wife. That's the nice thing about Las Vegas is there's so many different opportunities, this
that
weekend there's a UFC fight with Ronda Rousey.
Right. Right.
So there's lots of things, but none more important than what the business at hand that we came out for. And Bill, I want to congratulate you again on winning.
Well, thank you very much.
And winning.
Yes.
That means you had to have been attending some of our other games, and just again thank Ken at Midwest Superstore.
Oh, yes.
Just all they are to us as our title sponsor. But thank you so much for all you do for us, and look forward to another couple of days out here.
I can't thank both of you enough, and I will be seeing Ken again. I know he's getting ready to gear up and go see Clemson play in the bowl game, so I think he leaves the 30th. But I'll get a hold of him too. I've got his number, so we'll be talking back and forth.
That's right. He lives and dies by the Clemson Tigers, and
oh yes.
So if you see him, you have to razz him a little bit about that. But
well, I hope they win for his behalf, because that'll just make this whole holiday season great, and then they go on and keep continuing to win the championship.
Well, happy holidays to you, and congratulations again. And we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with Steve Carpenter to take us into the second half.
Getting set for the second half here from the Doolittle Recreation Center in Las Vegas. Hutchinson with a 41-14 lead, breaking open a 14-6 game after one quarter, holding Eastern without a field goal for 12 minutes and 41 seconds of the first half. They outscored them 27-8 in the second quarter. And, Josh, I think if you're John Aunches, you want to see more of the same.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he had to be in there praising them for the defense. Just, that's what really kind of gave him the opportunity to, sprint out there and get some points. So I'm sure they talked about that and like to see an improved offensive performance here in the second.
Want to correct one thing. I think I said Snow College won today. They end up losing today to Central Arizona 74-66. So my apologies. A big fourth quarter by Central Arizona. Same five on the floor for Hutchinson to start the third quarter. Lakin Preisner, Brennan McClure, Alicia Brown, Taylor Staley, and Bridie Kennedy Hope-Awate. Miley Richardson, Brindy Ballum, Madison Loftus, Brianna Casamort Villa, and Kaylin Toyamano is the starting five on the floor for Eastern. Eastern gets the first possession of the second half. We've already had a bit of a shot clock malfunction.
We've been there, Carp.
We have been there.
Patience, fans, patience.
I never fault tables. I run one, so I do not fault them when bad stuff happens to others.
When the scoreboard at the sports arena flickered off, it was.
Oh, that was scary. Ooh, that was scary. Now back to action. Toyamano works off a ball screen left, drives into the lane, throws up and underneath and scores. Toyamano with 7 now. She has 7 game high points, 41-17, and Eastern's gone to a dribble penetration game, and they found some success late in the second quarter. Now pass deflected, it'll stay with Hutchinson. Kayla Toyamano deflects it out of bounds. She thought it was last touched by Staley. Dragons with their first possession of the second half. And now a whistle. And before the ball's inbounded, Bridie Kennedy Hope-Awate picks up her third foul. That's officially now 8 turnovers for Hutchinson. So an inauspicious start here in the third quarter. Here's O'Connell driving. Now top to Villa. Villa with the left hand spins all the way to the hoop. She gets stripped, and here come the Blue Dragons. Ahead to Preisner. Dumps it underneath. Layup is good by Bridie Kennedy Hope-Awate. Dragons get points in transition, and it's 43-16.
Nice job passing it back to Bridie by Lakin.
13 turnovers now over. Aggressive defensive play leads to a Hutchinson foul. And they call it on Lakin Preisner, would have to be. That is Lakin's second foul of the quarter on the Blue Dragons. Dragons stay in their man-to-man. Here's Richardson down low to O'Connell. She'll back it out. Keeps the dribble. Now the pass is intercepted by Bridie Kennedy Hope-Awate all the way to the hoop. Layup good.
Nice job by Bridie. She can just explode with that ball.
She read the pass and then took it the length of the floor to increase the Dragon lead to 29 at 45-16. And now an offensive foul away from the ball. And it will be Miley Richardson's third. Also be the 15th turnover of the game on USU Eastern. The Blue Dragons as a team forcing 22 turnovers per game. So they're well on their way to that. McClure pushes it up hard against O'Connell. Now to Bridie Kennedy Hope-Awate, foul away from the ball on Eastern. Lauren O'Connell will pick up her first foul, second team foul of the period. And with the new shot clock, McClure inbounds baseline left side, dumps it underneath to Lakin Preisner. She splits 2 through people, can't get the shot to go, and now a foul call. And if that's Bridie, that's her fourth. That is the fourth foul on Bridie Kennedy Hopewate. And that one, considering you're about 90 feet away from the other side of the court, was ill-advised at best. That was a tough foul for Bridie to commit, being her fourth. 8:04 to play in the third, 45-16 Hutchinson. The Dragons with their largest lead thus far of 29 points. O'Connell working against Taylor Staley, dribbles off a ball screen, keeps the dribble, now comes back to the left side. Now she loses control of it, nearly taken away by Staley, but O'Connell recovers. Now Loftus works off a ball screen, pulls up from 15, shot spins in. Loftus now with 8, and it's 45-18. So USU Eastern finally getting some shots to fall. Kyla Williams in the game. He checked in for Bridie. She drives up and under move, picks up her dribble, gets it off to Staley. Taylor to the hoop. She can't get the shot to go. Miley Richardson, the rebound for Eastern. Up ahead's O'Connell. She's cut off by McClure, and Brennan nearly takes it away. Now ball loose. McClure picks it up. McClure off to Taylor. She's up and good, is fouled in the counts. That was a little bit of stick-to-itiveness by Brennan McClure, Josh.
That's right. You know, she does such a good job of effort plays, and that was just another one of those examples. She's a fireball. She's just really always provides a spark.
Lauren O'Connell picks up her second foul. She'll come out of the ball game for Chelsea Warburton. And now Taylor Staley a chance to complete her second and one of the game. She does. Staley now with 9. And the Dragon lead extends to 30 at 48-18. 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. Excuse me. Here's a drive and a kick to the corner. Three-pointer off the back iron, no good. And coming away with the rebounds, Taylor Staley kicked ahead to Lakin Preisner. Now underneath to Kyla Williams. Layup is good. Dragons in transition. They've opened up a 32-point lead at 50-18. Kyla now with 7 points in the game. Another one of those people coming off the bench to provide a spark. Dump underneath. Pass deflected and taken away by Brown. And a foul in the backcourt. It will be against Ayanna Ford, her second.
5 with the elbow.
And that is the fourth foul of the half, or the quarter, excuse me, on Eastern. So I think Hutchinson, and that's how John Onch's defense is normally. They just take away. There's a drive inside underneath. Great pass from Brown. And Taylor Staley scores. She's got 11. And it is now 52-18. Dragons being relentless right now defensively. Dragons guarding tight. There's a back cut. Pass nearly taken away, but underneath on a great feed from forward is Toyamato. She's got 9. And the Eagles reach 20. It's 52-20. Here's McClure. Game speeding up a little bit. Three-pointer by Alicia Brown. Swish!
Looked just like that free throw earlier. She's got some confidence now, Carp.
55-20. Brown's 6th three-pointer of the year. Dragons lead by a game-high 35. 5.5 to go here in the third. Driving up the ball screen is Loftus. Now back out to Toyamato. Back to Loftus. Bounce pass underneath to Coleman. Her turnaround jumper no good. Toyamato the offensive rebound. She can't get it to go. Grabbing the rebound and getting fouled is Sarah Morley. So Eastern gets 3 cracks at it, and Taylor Staley commits her first foul. And it'll be 2 free throws for Sarah Morley, who's yet to score in the game. She averages right at 4 points per game, a 66% free throw shooter. Deep knee bend shot on the way, no good. In that first half, Eastern was 5 out of 11. Now they're 5 out of 12 from the line. Lakin Preisner come out, Enya Butna in for John Onches. Snow College tomorrow, same time, 5 p.m. Hutchinson time. We'll be on the air at 2:50 Vegas time. Second free throw by Morley rattles in. She's in the books, and it is 55-21. Now the Dragons go to work. McClure running the point into the high post, and Kyla Williams, she squares, drives with the left hand, spins in, throws up a shot, and travels with it. 9 turnovers now for Hutchinson. Or do we get a foul? We're going to get a consult here with 2 referees. And they called the travel first before the foul. Not much of an argument from John Onches. And we have seen John argue calls like that before.
He's been known to disagree with the officials.
Bounce pass, suddenly turnaround by Coleman. Shot left, short. Placement rebound by Boots, and a kick far ahead, but too far. The Dragons turn it over for the 10th time. Loftus working against McClure, driving with the left hand. Bounce pass now to Ford. Ford will bring it back out between the circles, guarded closely by Bootna. Now dribbles to the right wing. Picks up her dribble. She's in a little bit of trouble, and she travels with it. 18 turnovers now for the Eagles. Into the ball game for the first time for Eastern's Harley Willoughby. Caleb Barber is going to check back in. Another one of those players who came off the bench, Josh, and created quite a spark in the second quarter for Hutch.
She did, made her first three-pointer, you said, correct?
Yes.
I'm not so sure that was the one that was drawn up in the locker room, but she didn't make it nonetheless.
Barber with it at the free throw line. Squares, turns around, shoots and gets it. She's got 7.
She's on fire today.
That's a season high 7 for Kayla Barber, and it's 57.
It's exciting to see her
21.
playing well. Exciting to see them when they play well.
There's a back cut underneath, and the ball deflected to the. Neither referee can make a decision. Now they're going to get all 3 together. Hutchinson basketball. 19 turnovers now for Eastern. Good tune-up considering that snow will be a much more difficult test tomorrow, Josh.
That's right. And we need that. We need that coming off a break, a holiday break, where, we've been forced to practice outside the sports arena again, and gives us an opportunity to, just get the kinks worked out as we go into another tougher game tomorrow.
Kayla Barber commits the illegal screen, her second. Be Hutchinson's 11th turnover, 4th of the period. 3:58 to go here in the quarter. 57-21 Hutchinson. The Dragons led at 41-14 at halftime. Loftus with the ball, goes off a ball screen. Now a give and go, and it's deflected out of bounds by Brennan McClure. Good defense.
Carp, just like you talked about earlier, getting in, they're playing at a different facility than they practiced at yesterday. Just all the logistics, I know, for the coaching staff too, getting team here.
Inbounds pass deflected by Kyla Williams, tied up by Taylor Staley, and it should stay with Eastern. Nope, it is Hutchinson basketball. That was the 20th turnover committed by the Eagles. If memory serves me correct, 2 years ago we played Eastern, they forced 37 Eagles turnovers, while Hutchinson committed 31 and still won 90-63.
The walking encyclopedia that you are, Carp.
Into the high post was now back out to Kyla Williams. To Bootna now, dumped underneath to Kyla. She spins and is fouled. Good post move, and drawing the foul is Ashlyn Coleman. It'll be her 3rd. And that's the 5th team foul on Eastern. It'll be free throws for Kyla Williams. 3:24 to play here in the 3rd. Kyla 7 points. 5 of them coming in the second quarter. First free throw up the back iron, no good. Hutchinson now 14 of 20 from the stripe. Second free throw right on the money for Williams. She has 8, and it is 58-21, excuse me.
A good cameraman would have had it on the scoreboard, Carp. Sorry.
No, they were actually slow on the scoreboard. That's why I hesitated. Here's Richardson. One dribble, she picks it up. A little bit of trouble coming out to get it to Scoggins now. Back out top to Loftus. Richardson. Now Loftus step back, long 2-pointer. Shot no good. Easy rebound for Bootsina. The Dragons run. Bootsina ahead for Brianna Bradshaw. She takes to the hoop. She's fouled on the way up and will get 2 free throws for the freshman from Dodge City. Foul will be committed by Madison Loftus, her 2nd. Now Brianna Bradshaw averaging just 2 points per game per season. Looking to get in the books here in Las Vegas, and misses on the first. Lauren O'Connell back in, replacing Madison Loftus for Chelsea Warburton. Second free throw by Bradshaw, good. 59-21 Blue Dragons, 2:57 to play here in quarter number 3. Again, we'll be back with you again tomorrow. 4:50 Hutchinson time for the pregame.
You're hoping to hire a new camera guy somewhere down on the strip.
Miley Richardson drives, leaves the shot off the glass short. Easy Williams by Kyle, a rebound by Kyla Williams. Now underneath to Brown, or to Barber, excuse me. She gets her shot blocked by Miley Richardson out of bounds. That's Richardson's second block shot. Booten will inbound baseline left side, 20 to shoot. Enya still looking, still looking. Now throws it all the way out top to Kyla Williams. Ball worked around the left wing to Bradshaw. To Barber, back out to Booten with 10 to shoot. Booten drives left-handed. Back out to Barber. Three-pointer on the way. Spins off, no good. Barber chases down her own rebound, and the Dragons get a new shot clock. Now a hesitation move by Booten, and kicked out. Bradshaw for three, no good. Offensive rebound, Kyla Williams, and she's fouled by Ashlyn Coleman, and that'll be her fourth. Good work on the offensive glass by the Dragons.
It certainly was. You know, they had a couple open looks. Had to rally and get those rebounds. That's why they're on the line now.
Kyla's first free throw right in there. She has 9.
She's having a good game.
60-21. Hosel substitutions for Eastern. Second free throw, right on the money. Williams in double figures with 10. Dragons with a 40-point lead. Shayla DeGarmo in for Taylor Staley. And now a turnover by Eastern on the inbound as Hutchinson basketball. Or at least I think. I didn't hear a whistle. And I'm confused.
I'm really confused too, Steve, you usually never get stumped. But they must have made a foul.
Must have been a foul because Kayla Barber's shooting free throws. And it's good. Kayla Barber with 8.
Who's the foul on? Who's the foul on? Number 1?
They're going to call a foul on Miley Richardson. That's her fourth. That's Eastern's second leading scorer. She's basically been in foul trouble the whole game. Second free throw by Kayla, good. 63-21. Barberwood now with a season-high 9 points. Here's Villa with a shot. The three-pointer no good. Offensive rebound by Lauren O'Donnell, and the foul called on Brianna Bradshaw. Both teams in the bonus, so it's 2 free throws for the remaining 153. O'Connell's first free throw off the back iron, no good. And Eastern continues to struggle from the foul line. O'Connell with 2 points. Now she's 0 for 3 from the line. Second one, good. So she gets 1 out of 2. 63-22 the score now. 1:50 to play here in the third quarter. Steve Carpenter, Josh Gooch with you from the Doolittle Activity Center in Las Vegas. The CSN Holiday Classic. Foul in the backcourt committed by Brindy Ballum, her second. Enya Booten just drove right past her. She reached out and grabbed her. Now Enya gets 2 free throws. First free throw hits the front iron and falls in. Booten now with 3, all 3 points coming from the line. 64-22 the score. Second one, good, 65-22. Enya now with 4 points. Bradshaw working against O'Connell. O'Connell now keeps the dribble, goes to the left side. over to Ballum. Ballum wants to go inside, dribbles off a ball screen, dumped underneath, shot blocked by Kyla Williams, and she gets the rebound. Dragons look to run. Here's Budina pushing it up the floor, kicked out. Shayla DeGarmo, three-pointer on the way, shot no good. Barber the rebound, and the Dragons set it up. Ball worked around the horn to Bradshaw. What effort by Kayla Barber to keep that possession alive. Bench players really coming up big in this one. Bradshaw waits. Barber pops out, long three-pointer, banks up and in.
The bank is open. The bank is open.
A second three-pointer by Barber, and it's 68-22. Gamble Horse, you got to call that shot.
You certainly do.
Underneath, shot off, no good. Good defense by Barber. Outlet pass to Budina. Budina tries to stick it between two players. Williams gets the pass but can't finish. 35 seconds to go, third quarter. O'Connell with the ball. Now slows it down and lets their teammates catch up. Working against Budina. 20 on the shot clock. Now Ballum works left side. Bounce pass underneath. Turnaround jumper left short. Kyla Williams the rebound. 19 seconds to shoot. Shot clock dart. Kicked ahead. DeGarmo all the way to the hoop. Shot no good. Bradshaw the rebound. Can't get it to fall. Back comes Eastern with 10 seconds left. Here's O'Connell. She'll pull up from three and hit it with 5 seconds to go. And that will take us to the quarter. So a frenetic finish to the third period. But Hutchinson, the number 8 team in the country, leads USU Eastern 68-25. You're listening to Blue Dragon basketball. Steve Carpenter, Josh Gooch back with you. Getting set for the fourth quarter from Las Vegas. Hutchinson leading 68-25. They outscored USU 27-11 in that third quarter. Bridie Kennedy Helpawate 13 points to lead Hutchinson. Taylor Staley with 11. Kayla Barber now with 5, 7, 10, 12. Kyla Williams with 10. And again, Taylor Staley with 11 to lead the Blue Dragons. Kayla and Toyamano with 9 points to lead Eastern as we start this fourth quarter. Long three-pointer, no good, and a foul on the rebound. And they call it on Lakin Preisner, her third. Nope, they do not. Miley Richardson commits the foul and fouls out of the game at the 9:51 mark. So Miley, who averages 10 points per game, leaves the game with 1 point. So obviously Phil Anderson noted that that was a point of emphasis defensively and success for Coach Anderson and the defensive game plan. Budina, DeGarmo, Preisner, Barber, and Brown on the floor for Hutchinson to start the fourth. In the right corner is Preisner, skip pass left side. Budina for three, yes!
NBA three, Carp. That was an NBA three.
You had a better angle up on the chair than I did.
Yes, NBA three range. She'll want to go back and cut that out in the video.
71-25. Dragons with a 51-point lead. Pass deflected by Preisner into the hands of Budina. And here comes Hutchinson. Brown to the hoop. Layup good. 73-25. Alicia Brown now with 8 points. Very balanced scoring in this one for Hutchinson. O'Connell holds it on the right wing. Now skip past left side over to Morley. She tries a three, no good. Into the corner the ball goes. And a good hustle play by Kaylin Toyamato to throw the ball off Kayla Barber. Ball stays with the Eagles.
You know, you said her name quite a bit today, Carp. She's done a nice job, number 24.
Didn't get off to a great shooting start, but she stayed with it. Inbounds pass goes all the way through to the right corner. Eastern fortunate they got it. Now Morley inside. She tries to power up and score. Can't get the shot to go. Good defense by Barber. Preisner the rebound. Ball ahead to DeGarmo. She slows it up. Back out top. Barber looking for her third three. This one way off the mark. Alicia Brown gets the offensive rebound, but she goes down to the floor and travels. There was a game earlier this year where Bridie Kennedy Hopewade got a couple of threes and jacked up that third one and missed about that bad. So maybe the magic from three for Kayla is starting to run out here in Vegas a little bit.
I didn't hear that play call, but I will tell you, she had a hot hand. Up by as many as we are, give them an opportunity to score.
You betcha. Into the high post is Morley. Kicked out to O'Connell. She drives up a ball screen left, cut off by Brown. Now right back to Morley. Pass intercepted by Inya Butna. Butna goes with the left hand, lays it up and scores. 75-25.
Great play, set up by great defense. So smothering her defender. When the pass was thrown to her, she was able to intercept it.
Butna with 9. Here's an entry pass inside, but a foul call before it reaches its destination. It'll be called on Lakin Preisner. That will be her third. First team foul of the fourth quarter for Hutchinson. Eastern inbounds baseline left side. O'Connell looks to get it in. Now does underneath. Wraparound pass shot by Morley, rattles home. Morley has 3. And it's 75-27. Now Preisner in the forecourt holding back out to Butna between the circles. Dragons set up in the half court. 7.5 to go here in the fourth quarter from Las Vegas. Boots in the right wing. Skip pass left side to Brown. Brown thought for a moment. High pass caught by Butna. Now in the corner. Back out to Brown on the left side. Alicia drives. And a foul is called. And they whistle Ashlyn Coleman, and that should be her 5th. Second player to foul out for Eastern. And Ashlyn Coleman leaves the game scoreless. Second foul committed by Eastern in the period. 7:16 to go. Dragons get a new 30. Inbounds baseline right side. Inya Butna to trigger it in. Right underneath to Preisner. She can't get her shot. It may have been deflected. Gets her own rebound. Now she'll dribble out of trouble. Dragons reset in the half court. Butna drives, and then she pushes off on the drive. Offensive foul, Inya Butna. That'll be her 3rd.
That didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to, Carp, but I had some great camera work going there. Getting this stuff down.
You're starting to feel it up there.
Well, I mean, I zoomed in a little bit, got the crowd, got a crowd shot, and then brought it back into the action. So another foul here.
Alicia Brown commits the foul. Hutchinson's 3rd. It'll be Brown's 1st of the game. Here's Loftus with it, backcourt, working against DeGarmo. Picks up her dribble. Tries to push off. Good defense by DeGarmo. Now she gets it away to Morley. And a foul is called. I think they may get Lakin. Preisner with her 4th.
You know, speaking of the camera work, we're really appreciative of all that, you know, Andrew Tash, David Planhold, Lauren Morris, you know, all the IT and those people do to make our athletics department look good. And seeing how I'm up here on the camera today, it makes me really appreciate them even more.
No, our student staff has really worked hard to improve our product this year. Very appreciative of those young people as well.
You bet.
Inbounds pass lobbed in. Morley shot good. Just over the hands of Kyla Williams, and Sarah Morley scores. She has 4, and it's 75-29 with 6.5 to play here in the 4th. Taylor Staley back in for Hutchinson. Also Brianna Bradshaw. Skip pass right side to Bradshaw. Now into the high post, and Brown. Drive to the hoop. She's fouled. She scores and it counts. That was a patient play by Alicia Brown, who just had a little shot fake and went to the hoop with her left hand. Foul by Mattia Tuckett, her first. And now a chance at an and one for Brown. Free throw short. But it'll be a lane violation. There's been a lot of those today. 13 turnovers unofficially for Hutchinson. That does not go down as a miss for Alicia. This goes as a turnover. Now Eastern back to work. Here's Tuckett. Out top to Morley. Now up underneath to Tiamoto. She's fouled on the way up and will get two. Alicia Brown commits her second foul. Late in the second quarter, Josh, it looked like USU Eastern found some success with some dribble penetration, but the Dragons have really adjusted and stopped that.
You bet. I hear Coach Anderson telling them to get in a stance, move the feet, do not foul. So those are the things they're doing. Well coached.
Toyamato gets the first and gets the second. She has 11 for the game, and the Dragon lead at 75-31 with 6 minutes to play. Bradshaw, right corner, dumps it underneath, and a foul call. Pass is a little bit high, but Kyla Williams got jostled around a little bit, and the foul will be against Toyamato.
Her fourth foul, one more. She's on the pine.
Already two Eastern players have fouled out. DeGarmo inbounds it to Taylor. Now out high, or top of the keys. Williams off to Brown, and now the Dragons reset the offense with 22. Shayla dribbles to the right wing. High post. Williams turnaround jumper off the mark. Gets her own rebound. May have gotten fouled and did. Oh my goodness, they call a push off on Kyla? Are you kidding me? The backside official called the foul. And the official closest to them, the play, never blew the whistle. So for the first time today, John Onch is off the bench, really giving an earful to the officials. And he has told summarily to sit down. Interesting. And now the official who has given the warning has let everybody know. And now I think they have teed John Onches up. So John Onches teed up, I believe for the first time this year. Madison Loftus gets the first technical free throw. 75-32 now, and she misses the second. So an 82% free throw shooter, now 3 out of 6 from the line in Loftus. And now the ball goes to Eastern at point of interruption. And all John is really wanting is just an explanation how that was a foul on Kyla. I mean, he wasn't demonstrative at all. So now Kayla Toyamano gets 2 free throws. Her first one is good.
The game's well in hand. He just like to have an explanation.
Oh, yeah.
How that was a foul on us. At the same time, what a second technical, the problem that presents.
Second free throw good. So Eastern gets 3 out of 4 free throws on that transaction, and the score at 75-34 with 5.5 to go. Bradshaw now out top to DeGarmo. She spots up for 3. Her shot off the mark. Brown gets the offensive rebound, goes up against 3 people. She's fouled, but it doesn't go, and now Alicia Brown shoots 2.
DeGarmo shot at NBA 3 also.
Mattia Tuckett gets her second foul. I think that third line's throwing them off a little bit, Josh, because we saw several shots from outside that arc.
I'm telling you that it might be. It looks as though it could be. Just it's a line they don't play with at all. They don't see it at all.
You don't see it on the Sports Arena court or any court in the Jayhawk for sure. Brown hits the first free throw to make it 76-34. One more for Alicia. That one off the mark. $11 points for Alicia Brown. Very balanced scoring tonight for Hutchinson. Morley hands it off to Ballum. Now her pass is intercepted and taken away by Brianna Bradshaw. Bradshaw, her layup is up and good. So Brianna Bradshaw turns defense to offense. And the Dragons lead at 80-34 with 4:49 to play. Morley dribbles, looks to hand off, but cut off by a good Dragon defense. Now Toyamano, good spin move in the lane, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound up and in by Brindy Ballum.
Not a very good job of boxing out there, Carp. That's just lack of execution by our part.
80-36 the score, 4.5 to play. Taylor Staley inside to Williams, back out to Staley, who tries her first three and nails it. Taylor Staley with her 31st three of the year, and timeout Eastern. It'll be a full. We'll take it with them. 4:18 to go. Dragons lead Eastern 83-36. You're listening to Blue Dragon Basketball. Welcome back to Las Vegas, 83-36, day one of the CSN Holiday Classic. Steve Carpenter, Josh Hughes with you. Dragons got this one well in hand, Sorry for the grammar. USU Eastern with the ball. There's a three-pointer left side, good. Marley Willoughby with her fifth three-pointer of the year. And now a stoppage as the shot clock
did not get going again.
83-39 the score. On the floor right now for Hutchinson, Alicia Brown, Shayla DeGarmo, Brianna Bradshaw, Taylor Staley, and Kyla Williams.
Good crew of people watching back home or across the country, Carp.
Yes, good to see. Makes our efforts feel worthwhile. DeGarmo with the three, spins off, no good. And the battle was won by Eastern for the rebound. Pushed ahead is Willoughby. Now a three-pointer. Try by Tumoto is no good. Eastern gets the rebound, dumped underneath and a score. And that's Bianca Casamori Villa. 83-41, 3:20 to go. Taylor Staley inside to Williams. She drives, kicks it out. Bradshaw tries a three. Came out of her hand funny. And Sarah Morley clears the board for Eastern. Eastern trying to look to improve a 5-0 run. That's their biggest run of the game. Underneath it gets a double team and a foul. The Carbo fouled Caitlin Toyamano. Shayla's second foul. And Toyamano, 6 for 6 from the line today. 13 team high points. Make it 14.
You know, Carp, you mentioned our efforts not going, unnoticed. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank you for all your effort in putting this thing together and, getting it all the logistics lined out. So people back home really need to know how much effort you put in to get this thing lined up.
Much appreciated. Thank you. And we thank you for your efforts in making us the best that we can be. Underneath is Williams. She gets fouled. And that is Bianca Casamori Villa with her third foul. Now Kyla with 2. Big game for her today. Free throw good. She's hit 4 in a row now. Kyla Williams with 11, 1 of 4 in double figures. A very balanced scoring effort for Hutchinson today. Second free throw right on the money. Now Cassidy Enns, the freshman from Canton, Kansas, checks in for Kyla Williams. .245 to play, 85-42 the score. Bounce pass underneath, and it'll go as a turnover. Unofficially 25 turnovers for the Eastern Eagles. Let's reset the 5 on the floor for Hutchinson. Shayla DeGarmo, Felicia Brown, Brianna Bradshaw, Cassidy Enns, and Taylor Staley. Brown dribbles to the right wing. Enns pops out between the circles. Now left side over to DeGarmo. DeGarmo waits underneath the Enns. She powers up a shot too strong, and coming away with it is Willoughby for Eastern. Her pass nearly thrown away, but kept alive by Toyamano. And a timeout call by Eastern. And it'll be a 30 with 2:06 left. We'll keep it right here. So, looking ahead to tomorrow, Josh. I don't think you got to see very much of the snow game today.
Got to watch about the last 7 minutes, but looked like they were an athletic team. You know, they're gonna have some length to them, and we'll have our hands full. I know the coaching staff has been able to view some film and have a good plan together, and hopefully this gets, like you talked about earlier, the rush knocked off.
You know, they got down early to Central Arizona today, and Central Arizona sounds familiar. The Dragons have duked it out in the national semifinals a couple of times with the Vaqueras. So it was a good win by Central, but
I would expect a much closer game tomorrow. Another hard-fought contest for the Lady Dragons.
And then it's Cali next week. Now looking at the closeout, the final 2 minutes here in Las Vegas. Willoughby for a 3 right side. Shot no good. And getting the rebound and taking off down the floor is Bradshaw. Bradshaw slows it up. Out top between the circles of Staley, now off to DeGarmo. Good game by Shayla DeGarmo, sparking the Dragons in the second quarter. Here's a drive and a foul on the floor. Good drive by Alicia Brown. And Alicia will get 2. Fourth foul on Bianca Casamore Villa. First free throw, good.
You know, the one she's made, she swished, Carp, so
Yes.
she's on top of it.
12 points now for Brown. Second one good. 2 for 2. That's a good sign. 87-42. Dragons have done well from the line today. We'll get the totals right after the game. On top is Morley. 2 dribbles to the left side. She gives it off over to Scoggins. Now to Willoughby. Willoughby working against DeGarmo. Left side. Now skip past right side. Ball worked around the horn. 3-pointer. Rattles out, no good. Offensive rebound, Morley. She puts up no good. Another offensive rebound. Shot blocked by Brown. And now a foul call on the rebound. Brianna Bradshaw gets the foul, her third.
A lot of foul calls by this official, sir. Wouldn't you say so, Carp?
Yes.
The other 2 whistles have been pretty silent.
Pretty silent.
This guy's whistle's been steady, to say the least.
Diana Ford misses the free throw. Only the second time she's been in the line this year, now 0 for 2. Second free throw, good. 87-43 with 80 seconds to play. Or 60 seconds to play. Bradshaw back between the circles, Brown. Now right side, Taylor Staley. Staley looks, Enns is going to try a three-pointer off the mark. She gets her own rebound, shoots it up, no good. And the rebound to Eastern with 40 seconds to go. Willoughby takes it, cut off by Staley, kicked out. Now around the corner, shot on the way from the baseline, up and good by Scoggins. Jordan Scoggins gets her first two. 87-46. Much better offensive second half for Eastern. They shot 14% or 16% and scored 14 points in the opening half. Bounce pass underneath into Enns, back out to DeGarmo. She looks at a three, may have traveled no call. 12 seconds to go. Here's a drive by Brown. She puts it up and can't get it to go. 7 seconds left. Speeding up the floor is Ford. She pulled up a long three way off the glass. Taylor Staley the rebound, and there's the buzzer. And the Blue Dragons have won their 9th in a row, defeating USU Eastern 87-46 here on day one of the CSN Holiday Classic. We'll get the totals and wrap this thing up and get you set for tomorrow. You're listening to Blue Dragon Basketball. (87-45) the final. Hutchinson wins their 9th in a row. Steve Carpenter back with you from the Doolittle Recreation Center in Las Vegas. Let's get to the totals and get this one wrapped up as Hutchinson gets set for Snow College tomorrow. Hutchinson for the game shoots 27 out of 61, 44.3%, 6 out of 20 from three-point range, 27 of 35 from the foul line. USU Eastern shoots 14 out of 55, that's 25.5%, 3 out of 16 from three, 14 of 25 from three-point range. 41-37 off a rebounding advantage for Hutchinson. Hutchinson commits 13 turnovers, but forces 24 officially. Points in the paint, 32-14 in favor of Hutchinson. Points off turnovers, 37-7. Second chance points, 13-9. Fast break points, 16-3. And the bench was huge, 41-17. Individually for Hutchinson, 5 players in double figures, very balanced scoring. Taylor Staley leads the way with 14 points. Alicia Brown and Bridie Kennedy Hopewate, 13 points each. And off the bench, Kyla Williams, Kayla Barber, 12 points each. Kayla getting her first 2 3-pointers of her collegiate career. Enya Butna with 9, Shayla DeGarmo with 5, Lakin Preisner with 4, Brenna McClure with 2, also Brianna Bradshaw with 3. For Eastern, they were led by Kaylin Tuano with 14 points. She was the only player in double figures. 9 points for Madison Loftus. And then 5 points for Sarah Morley, 2 points each for Brindy Ballum and Jordan Scoggins. They get 3 points for Harley Willoughby and 1 point each for Ayanna Ford and Miley Richardson. She fouled out as a 10-point scorer with only 1 point in the game. So the Hutchinson Blue Dragons improved to 11-1 overall. They win their 9th in a row, and now will take on Snow College. Snow was a 74-66 loser to Central Arizona. We'll be back with you on the air tomorrow afternoon at around 4:50 p.m. Hutchinson time, as Hutchinson will wrap up their trip to Las Vegas, hopefully with another victory. My thanks to my good friend and mentor Josh Gooch for helping out on the camera. He's got a job tomorrow if he wants it. Also, thanks to Joey Teal for helping us get on, and thanks to the staff of College of Southern Nevada for providing us the stats. That's going to do it this afternoon or this evening. Well, again, we'll talk to you tomorrow about 4:50 Hutchinson time with the Blue Dragons and Snow College from the CSN Holiday Classic. Until then, Steve Carpenter from Las Vegas. So long, everybody.